What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. We approach 11:45 in the a.m. Just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Last trade on MULN, 54.5. So you were in there this morning buying the stock at 53 and change. Why in the world was MCOM a effing steal at 0638? And is it really true that the Discord is selling out so fast that you may only have 2 or 3 weeks to get in? All of that and more coming out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I want to say thank you very much for helping us grow our business by close to 40% in the last week and a half alone. As I just said at the open, I am capping the membership, at least for the time being, at 500. We're approaching 200 right now. And 9,000 emails go out next week and 1,000 per batch to free members of TrySmallBiz.com who have yet to hear about our private Facebook group and the Discord, which is blowing up. So if you've been sitting there, like 3,000 people that are going to watch this video and close to 200,000 around the world with your thumb up your ass, although it might feel pretty good, you're missing the boat. So here's the deal. Before I talk about MULN, MCOM, one other stock, the market, are we bottoming right now? Very possibly. You have, in my opinion, 2 or 3 weeks tops to get your ass in a Discord if you don't have a small business at TrySmallBiz.com. Or if you have a small business and I can help promote you to 200,000 people, get a premium. You can pay by the month or save 16% by the year. If you're in the Discord at any time from the 1st of September on, it's a 60-day money-back guarantee. For that $1.70 a day that you're paying me, one of the greatest, one of the GOATs of all time with respect to trading penny stocks, it will be one of the most profitable, if not the most profitable investment you ever make. In fact, if you saw yesterday's video, follow along, pay attention. I swear like a drunken fucking sailor, I can't stand Joe Biden. I think he's the worst president in history. And if you didn't hear me, you got 2 or 3 weeks to get inside of the Discord before we're sold the fuck out. There's a guy in the Discord. In fact, there's 4 or 5 and a lady. And I was a broker, full disclosure, from 1993 to 2007. And as one of my haters likes to point out, you never talk about your bankruptcy anymore. You always talk about how good you are. So let's get it out on the table. If you're new, again, welcome. You're going to have a heck of a time. We're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to make a lot of money if you get your cheap ass inside of the Discord at TrySmallBiz.com. I live in the suburbs of northern Atlanta. May have learned yesterday I've spent $5,000 or $6,000 trying to fix my air conditioning. Stay the fuck away from Lennox. They're the worst. With that said, it's a $600,000 house, and I actually have a guy wanting to give me cash on it. These investment firms that claim that they're buying up like BlackRock all the homes in the area. There's a 2022 Silverado pickup paid for, a few $100,000 in cash and credit lines paid to zero. If you add it all up, folks, it's a little over $1 million. So I am not a multimillionaire. I'm what you call in Roswell, Georgia, average income $119,000, upper middle class. I am here to prove once and for all that you can come back from the depths of hell. When your fiance left you, when you said, hey, honey, we need to cut it back, she had no part of it. And frankly, I don't quite blame her because it got bad. I ended up on a forklift. Are you listening, hater? Making $9 an hour just up the street at a company called J&S, loading Craftsman wrenches into a box and onto a fucking pallet. And then here we are on the brink of what could be one of the greatest Discord for stock traders of all time. Last trade, MULN, 54.9. Yes, my order at 53.1 is still there. And if you're new to MULN, holy shit, is this an opportunity? If you're concerned that the market's going to continue to melt down, and before you go, I'll give you the bullish case as to why that may not happen. Then stagger at 52.1, 51.1, 50.01. You want to stay above the whole numbers where there's going to be a lot. More on that in a second. But folks, there are guys and gals that are making $100,000 a week. And here comes some tough love. We had people in there, and they're the fantastic salt of the earth people. They were saying, oh, AGRI looks great. It looks interesting. LIFW looks interesting. Fucking wrong. It was wrong. It was interesting yesterday and the day before when LIFW filled the gap at 8 and change and revisited on AGRI the pivot at 9 cents. They're not interesting up in the mid to upper 20s LIFW right now. No, sell it all. Who gives a shit if it goes up another nickel from where I told you to get out between 19 and 23 and a half. It's interesting when your nuts are the size of a grain of sand and you're looking at your screen with all that red and you're thinking, what is going on? If you look into the buy zone channels, if it's still fucking green, you grab your grain of sand sized nutsack, fellows, and you pull the trigger. People that were in there buying at MCOM at 063 and change, or ZVSA at 1238, holy shit. And if you're chasing, as I'm doing this video right now, MIMO at 13 and a half, wrong. Wrong. You buy the dip, you sell the rip. I don't give a shit if I scare away 2/3 of the Discord that's in there now. They'll make the biggest mistake of their financial lifetimes. I know what I'm talking about. You buy the dip, you sell the fucking rip. You are not, when the rockets to be going off, getting all lathered up in FOMO like all of the other dumb retail that doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. Some of you are far wealthier than I am, but you do not know how to trade penny stocks like I do. Spilling. We don't edit around here. Welcome if you're new. That's got to be quite a tirade for 5 minutes. Let's just get off that subject. MULN. News out this morning. Dumb retail chases it to 60. Wrong. Wrong. The last time I bought the stock, 3 for 181% in the last 6.5 weeks, was 479. We shot for the first time, right? The lick of the lollipop. All the way up to 75, and we failed. We're now in the process as the MACD is starting to curl up, only a third of the way down from overbought at 80, right now at 56. Bullish. It doesn't want to go down. It's fighting like hell at 54 and change with the rest of the market. The Dow right now down, 175 points, the S&P off 1%. What you're seeing right now with half of our stocks in the green, or MULN refusing to go down below that pivot of 53 cents, is relative strength. So I am long the stock once again at 54 and change. I'm sitting at 53.1 to complete that order. And as I said about 5 minutes ago, if my fucking 53-year-old memory serves me, if you're brand new to this idea, yeah, it would have been nice to grab it at 40 and change. But right here, right now, the shorts that are watching me, you know those dickless motherfuckers that are giving me a thumbs down right now? Yeah, you heard. What did he really just say that? Oh, I'm going to cancel my membership. Fine. They have bent us over this desk. No lube. All the way in, up and out the other side. Down 99% in the last 18 months. But as I just said, we've successfully traded this 3 times for 181%. 29 of 30 gave away on Twitter. 80% that you've been getting for free is inside the Discord now. Buy alerts. We got a new channel. We're going to call it Ask Jay. My friends call me Big J. I don't think we want to name the title of the channel BJ, unless some of you think that's appropriate, but I think it's going to be Ask Jay, where you'll come to me, as was the case with AGRI or LIFW or COSM or Nikola. I could keep going. The gains were 800%, but in terms of MULN, this is it. Right here, right now, last trade, 54.5. It is showing you, with respect to the technicals, which is 2/3 of my forte, if you will, RSI, MACD, stochastics. It's telling you in the midst of a neckline that broke at 180 on IWM, but the selling is very orderly, which tells me the bottom is most likely in the next 7 to 10 trading sessions. MULN is telling you, whether it's the news, whether it's the stock performance, whether it's the lack of volume on the sell side, that it's done going down. One more and then a third attempt to get through 75. And in tomorrow's video, I will cover, as I've already promised, 5 reasons why in an election year being one, they're going to get a green check from NASDAQ. With that said, in closing, quickly, what's going on with MCOM and whatever else I can come up with? Some of you think Sal broke his word. 29 million share offering, right? We could see it, right? The pump was up to 9 and change in the pre-market, just like the old days, and then kaboom, right back down again. I knew it, you knew it, everybody knew it. Then we found out in the filing. But if you read the fine print, it says they can't sell the stock for at least a year. In addition to that, Yorkville has warrants that convert and notes that convert at a quarter. So let's do the math. They have approximately 170 million shares out now. With respect to MCOM, you should have been buying it at 06.5 or better, not at 071 where I see it right fucking now. That's a mistake. You know it. I know it. And if your ass was in the Discord at trysmallbiz.com, I could help make sure that you don't make that mistake. But with 170 million shares outstanding, let's call it at 7, you've got, what is that? $12, $13 million market cap. 3 violations quickly on MCOM, under $1, under 35 million market cap, and under a dime. With 170 million shares outstanding, if they move it to 20 cents right now, yes, a triple from where it is right now, they satisfy not only the dime, but the $35 million market cap. And for those of you that seem to think it's never going to happen, we've already had 3 licks of that lollipop. You buy it in the mid 6s, you sell it at 9 or 10. And Yorkville, after the 29 million share acquisition yesterday, between them and Sal, the largest shareholder in the company, they can move this wherever the hell they want. They've already shown you that. When they weren't diluting in the past month, they can move this thing 50 to 100% like that. And I'm telling you right now, in closing, if I didn't say that word already, by the time we get a week or 2 out from August 12th, it's going to be chook, 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 chook. And you're going to look back on this video and you're going to say, Helen, you remember when I was sitting there stuffing my face with Doritos in one hand and I had my non-lubricated thumb up my ass with the other? Yes, I should have been buying MCOM at 06.5, MULN at 54 or less. And until next time, always remember, one for the ages, that I love you. And thanks for watching. Make money. Have fun. Try small biz.com.